Hello Williamson teachers, and welcome to your first ClassLink video. Have you ever tried to get to a website and you couldn't remember the URL, or once you were there you couldn't remember your username or your password? This is what ClassLink is going to help you with. You'll sign into ClassLink once, and then you'll be able to access all of your resources and applications with a click of a button. The first thing we need to do is we need to go to the ClassLink website. When you open up your browser, it should be there. When you are outside of the district, you will have to go to the website, and that is my.classlink.com/WCSTN. Once you go to this URL, you'll see the following login page. To sign into ClassLink, you simply need to click the blue Sign In with ADFS button. From here, you're going to sign in using your WCS username and password. Once you sign in with that username and password, you will be brought to the ClassLink My Apps screen. This screen is where all of your applications and resources are going to be located. You'll notice there's a few different types of applications on your screen. Some of them have blue ribbons with white keys, and some do not, such as the WCS website or Google. The ones without the blue ribbons and white keys are just web links. If I click on WCS website, it'll take me right to that URL without me having to go type it in. And here I am at the Williamson County Schools website. To get back to My Apps, I simply have to click on the ClassLink My Apps tab at the top of my screen. Now the other applications with those blue ribbons and white keys, those are called single sign-on applications. These mean you will not have to sign into these applications every single time you come into ClassLink. Some applications, such as Skyward, will sign you in automatically when you click on them. But other applications are going to ask you to save your username and password the very first time. And then every time after that, you will not have to use that username and password. I'm going to click on WCS Administrative Resources, and when I do that, I'm going to find Employee Self-Service. You'll notice it has that blue ribbon with the white key. When I click on Employee Self-Service, it's going to ask me to enter my username and my password and to click Save. And if I enter this information correctly, it will log me in automatically. And every time after this, when I click on Employee Self-Service, I'll be logged right in. When I click Save, it tells me my login attempt has failed, and that's because I've entered something incorrectly. And that's okay. I'm going to show you how to fix that in a little while. To get back to ClassLink, I'm going to click on ClassLink My Apps. To close out of the folder, I'm going to click the X in the top right corner of the folder. So remember, you have different types of applications here. You have your web links, such as WCS website. You have applications that will sign you in automatically, like Skyward. And then you have applications that you'll have to enter your username and password the first time. And then after that, it will sign you in automatically without needing to enter that information. The next thing I'm going to show you is your profile settings. I'm going to come up to the circle that you see at the top right of your screen, and I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go to My Profile. The first thing that you can do is change your profile image. You can choose from any of the images that we have, or you can upload your own photo. The next area is called Themes and Colors. From here, you're going to change your theme. This is just going to change your words on the left-hand side as well as the top ribbon of your screen. I'm going to choose red. The next section is called Password Locker. This is one of the places that you can update your username or your password if you've entered it incorrectly. If I scroll down, I will find Employee Self-Service. I can click Edit on the right-hand side, And I can even click on this little I symbol next to password to see what was written in there. And I can fix my password to show what it should be. And I click submit. From this point forward, employee self-service will log me in every single time. This is everything we're going to go over in my profile. To get out of my profile, I click on the X in the top right corner. There is an easier way to update your passwords. I'm going to click on the WCS Administrative Resources folder, and I'm going to find that Employee Self-Service. This is the application that we signed into in the first video. If I go ahead and right-click Employee Self-Service, I get the option to update my password. When I click on that, I'm going to get that same box that I saw in the password locker without going through all of those steps. And again, I can click on the I symbol and I can make a change if I had typed something incorrectly. Click submit and it will save those changes. This is how you can update your password. So you have this option, or you can go to your profile settings and go to the password locker. You do not have to do both. To get out of your folder, remember we clicked on the X in the top right corner. The next thing we're going to talk about is our app library. And this is how you can add applications to your own My App screen to customize this a little more for yourself. To get to the app library, you're going to click on the plus sign in the top left-hand corner. In here, you will see the Williamson County Library. Here will be a list of a bunch of resources that your administrators decided might be helpful for you. If you see an application in here that you would like to have, simply click Add, and that application will be added to your screen. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that I can click on the number 2 to get to the next page. Maybe I want Google Forms, Google Sky, and possibly even Khan Academy. So now that I've added a few applications, I can simply click on the X in the top right corner of my app library, and I'll see those applications on my desktop. The next thing that we're going to go over is edit mode. So this is another way you can customize your My App screen. To get into edit mode, you simply come to the top ribbon on the right, and you're going to find the symbol that looks like a piece of paper and a pencil. This is your edit mode. And you'll see this big bar come up on the top of your screen. Everything we do from this point forward, you must be in edit mode to do. The first thing that you can do is you can create a new folder. And there's 2 ways you can do this. The first is I can click on the new folder button, give my folder a name, and choose a color for my folder, and click Save. This folder will now appear on my App screen. To get applications into this folder, I simply need to click on the application, drag it on top of the folder, and hover until the icon gets small. I can drop it inside. I can do the same if I take just my Google app and drop it inside. And I can do this with many applications. There is no limit to how many applications can be in your folder. Another way that I can make a folder is by dragging one application over another. And I can do this by taking Google Classroom and dragging it on top of Google Drive. As you can see, it makes a new folder. Here is my new folder with 2 applications inside. In order to rename this folder or change the folder color, I need to click on the edit symbol in the top right corner of the folder, and I only see this when I'm hovering on top of the folder. When I click on that piece of paper and a pencil, I will get that new folder option at the top of my window, and I can change this to Classroom Apps. And I can choose a color for that as well. And click Save. Now I have a Classroom Apps folder that is yellow. While I'm in edit mode, I can also decide if I want to move applications out of a folder. If I click on the Classroom Apps folder, it opens up. And when I hover on top of Google Drive, you'll see I get this up arrow in the top right corner. This will allow me to move this application out of the folder and back onto my desktop. And if I close the folder, you'll see here it is, right back on the desktop. If I decide I no longer want a folder that I created, or maybe I created it by accident, I simply click on the X in the top right corner of the folder. It will delete the folder and move my applications back onto the desktop. You do not have to empty a folder in order to delete it. Here's Google Classroom back on my desktop. The other thing I can do while I'm in edit mode is I can move applications around in any order. Maybe I use Google Classroom every day, so I don't want this at the bottom of my list, I want it towards the top. I can click and hold, and I can drag this application and drop it between two applications. I can't drop it at the very beginning or at the very end, but I can drop it between two, and you'll see everything moves over and makes room for it. I can move it again if I'd like up to the very top, and there it is. The last thing I can do from this first area is I can actually delete applications that I have added to my desktop. Google Sky has a red X. This is because I added this from the app library myself. If I click on this red X, it will delete that application from the My Apps screen. If I want it back, I simply go back into the app library and re-add it. The next area in edit mode is icon style. I can choose if I want my icons to be square or if I want them to be round, and you'll notice that the icons change to round. Your folders, on the other hand, will always stay square. The applications inside will be round. The next option is icon size. I can go small, medium, or large. Same for my font size. I can go small, medium, or large. I can also choose a theme. Now remember, we went over themes in our profile settings. I can also change that here in edit mode. And you'll see my theme has been changed. That is everything that you can do from edit mode. I'm now going to click Done Editing. All of my changes will be saved, and you'll notice I still have my Google folder. I can click on my Google folder, and it will open up and I can launch my applications. Today we're going to learn about My Files. This is where all of your school network drives and your Google Drive will be located. We will also go over the help feature in ClassLink, which will take you to an online help page to answer any other questions you might have. The first thing we need to do is we need to go to My Files. At the bottom of your screen, in the gray bar, you'll notice you're in My Apps, and that's what's highlighted right now. To the right of that is My Files. This is where the cloud is. I'm going to click on My Files, and it's going to open up in a brand new tab. You'll notice you now have a My Files tab and a My Apps tab. When My Files opens, you may see a few things. The first one you may see is this Manage Services. In here is where we will connect our Google Drive. You may also see your school network drives, but we'll go over that a little later. In order to connect your Google Drive, you'll click on Manage Services, and you should see the option to click Connect under Google Drive. When I click on Connect, I'm going to have to either sign in to my Google account in order to connect my Google Drive, or if I'm already signed into Google, then at the top right of my screen you'll see which Google account is currently logged in. If that is the one you want to connect, simply click Allow. If not, you can always sign out and sign into the correct account. I'm going to click Allow, And you'll notice that my Google Drive is now connected, and I have the option to disconnect at any time. When I click on my Google Drive, you'll see that I'm able to access all of the files that are currently saved into my Google Drive. I have the option to click on New and create any new documents, sheets, or slides. If you would like to create something else, such as a form or a drawing, you will have to open up your Google Drive to create that, but it will appear here once it has been created, as you notice with my forms. You are able to click on any of your files to edit them right from ClassLink. If I would like to edit my syllabus, I simply click on the syllabus and it opens up in Google Drive. I can make a change. This should be spring 2016. And you'll see that it saves automatically right back to ClassLink and right back to your Google Drive. I simply close out of the syllabus and I come back to my files. It has already been updated. And I can open up forms as well, and I would be able to edit that. Another feature of ClassLink is you can search. So if I know the name of the file I'm looking for, I can simply search in the search box and click enter. And here are all of the files that have to do with a syllabus. I can clear out that search box and it will reload my entire Google Drive. I can also preview images and I can preview PDFs. What I would like to do now is also show you what the school network drive will look like. In order to do this, I'm going to pull up my own ClassLink account. As you can see, I also have a school network drive on the left-hand side, as well as my Google Drive. This is what many of you may see as well. If I click on my home drive, it's going to load all of the folders and files that I have on my school network. And all of my features will work the same. I can search, I can click new to make new documents, I can even upload files and folders. When I click on a document here in my school network drive, it will open up using Office Online. This is how I'll be able to edit my files on my school network drive. And you'll notice it automatically saves right back to ClassLink and right back to my school network drive. Once I'm done making my changes, I can click on the X to get back to my files. If I go into the search box, again I can search for my syllabus and it will search my school network drive. But now I have a school network drive and a Google Drive. So if I come over to the down arrow on the right of that search box, I can choose to search everywhere instead of just in school network. When I click go, it's going to search my school network as well as my Google Drive. So now I can find files no matter where I have saved them. I'm going to come back to my school network drive to show you a few more options. If I right-click on a document, I can choose to download that document, copy it, maybe open it on my device so I can edit it using Word on my computer instead of Word Online. All of these options are available to you by right-click. I can also delete a file right from ClassLink if I choose to. This is everything that you can do in My Files. What I'm going to do now is go back to the Williamson screen. And we're going to go back to the My Apps tab. From here, I can now access my help options. I can find the help question mark in the top right of my screen. When I click on that question mark, the green button says Online Help. This is what I want to get to. This is how I find the ClassLink documentation page. At the top of the screen, you'll see the word Teachers in the menu. I click on Teachers and it will take me to the Teachers Help document. I can go through my logging in options, my profile settings, my apps, and my files. If I click on my apps on that left-hand side, it will take me to the My Apps section under Teachers. And from here I can read, I can look at screenshots, I can even watch some videos. To get back to the My Apps screen, I simply click on the ClassLink My Apps tab.